What's up, Bandit?
Brother. Hey, can you get my demo tape to somebody?
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota. Give them a call at 701-258-6308. The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of
Visit hookedonphonics.com today and unleash your child's reading potential.
Cole Hooker wins gold! He upsets the favourites!
The moments have been magical.
The USA are climbing back up the mountain.
The 2024 Paris Olympics are in the final days, and you can listen to all of NBC's live play-by-play coverage on the free iHeart app, including the closing ceremonies. Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Legends made.
Simone Biles, all-around champ.
Soon, the flame will be passed to us for the summer of 2028 in Los Angeles. Open the free iHeart app now and search Olympics.
I do, and it's a big one.
A big one. Okay, what do we got?
Grandpa Jeff Walz, which is yours truly, myself.
Really?
Dang it! That I guess that comes around once a year too. What the world?
Wait a minute, are you the one that's turning 70?
What? Where'd you hear that now?
Are you the one they call Cracker Jack?
What? No, Sheriff Grandpa Jack. Whenever I get to my grandkids, I'll say, Sheriff Grandpa, there's a new sheriff in town. His name is Grandpa Jack.
Oh, okay.
My nickname is Jake, so, but yeah.
Maybe behind your back they've got more nicknames. But it seems as though somebody's already beaten you to the punch.
Are you serious?
I'm totally serious.
The
big 7-0. What's the celebration going to be? What are you going to do for the birthday?
Well, I was over at my grandkids in West Fargo. There's 6 of them there, and then now I'm coming to Bismarck, man. We're getting her moved up there here.
There we go.
My other daughter, her twin sister, lives up there, and so I'm coming up there to watch 4 kids up there for a week because the parents are going on vacation.
Oh, wow. There you go. Nice.
So it worked out. They're leaving tomorrow morning, so I'll be up there. The first time in probably 10 years that I see all my grandkids on my birthday.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Jeff, Jake, Jack, you have a happy 7-0.
Okay, now listen to me. I'm not 70 years old. I'm 70 years wise.
Well, that's a good point. That's a great point. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to steal that because
there you go.
I'm 10 behind you, but that means I'm 50 ahead of plenty of other people. So, all right. Hey,
well, I'm going to have to do some Sherlock material here and see who
yeah, I'm sworn to secrecy as to who called it in, so.
I suppose, yeah, I know that story.
You'll have to figure that one out on your own.
I appreciate it, sir.
All righty.
Look forward on the radio.
All right, take care. 822. I don't know what's left to say that hasn't been said about Walz as a VP pick. Although we really haven't hit all that hard on the effect on the Second Amendment. Guns of the 701 here with me. What do you think?
Well, he's first I got to say, yes, he was endorsed by the NRA at one time and did vote correctly. But as with any politician, it's never a for sure thing. And he proved it a lot as a governor here, especially last year when he signed that huge omnibus bill, which included red flag laws and trigger laws and all kinds of other things that would be detrimental. And it's law now in Minnesota. I mean, basically, your family member, anybody can call in and say that you might be a threat. I mean, that's what a red flag law is. And, yeah, in Minnesota, they'll come and visit you, probably take your guns, and who knows. It gave just huge powers to the government, and then being enforced by the state to take your guns away with absolutely no due process. And I don't know, Todd, you probably know that we've had some red flag laws introduced in North Dakota. We defeated them, which was good because they're unconstitutional. But, I mean, what's your thoughts on that? I got a huge issue with that myself.
Well, I mean, that's, what's next. We're going to take away your fast car because we think you might speed.
Yeah.
I mean, where does it end?
It never does. It never, ever does.
Sometimes people drive 130 some odd miles an hour on their motorcycles, so we got to get rid of all motorcycles. I mean, what's next? Get rid of spoons so I don't get fat. Oh, wait, too late.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's too late. I already am.
Too late.
I mean, just where does it end? And
it doesn't. And
I mean, if there's somebody we need to be keeping an eye on, then I don't know, keep an eye on them. But that doesn't mean you get to raid them at the first maybe that comes out. I mean, that's not really fair.
Or it's not fair, but it's not constitutional. It completely takes away.
Oh, that's an old document from 200 some odd years ago. Just ask,
right?
ask Kamala; she'll tell you all about how old that document is. And they didn't even have the internet when they put that thing together. So, in fact, they didn't even have typewriters. So.
He absolutely, in this session, this past session in Minnesota, and they're right next door. This stuff isn't happening thousands and thousands of miles away. I mean, they're right next door to North Dakota. They wanted an assault weapons ban. Minnesota Gun Owners Association pretty much helped fight that and get it defeated. They wanted to put bans on different types of triggers, that being binary triggers, things like that, which would allow you to fire more rapidly. There's no doubt about that, but there's nothing wrong with them. It still takes a pull either way every time you fire a shot. They also wanted to implement taxes on ammunition. You should have seen this bill. A lot of things that never made it even to the floor. And surprisingly, most of them were defeated this time in Minnesota because I suppose in 2023 when he signed the big one, I imagine that the hunters and the shooters and everybody's like, wait, we definitely got to get involved. And they seem like they're gaining some momentum over there as far as protecting their Second Amendment rights. But they're a little late. They came on too late. And I guess that's the big key here is hunters, shooters, recreational shooters, everybody needs to get on board. You can get involved this time. You do not want Tim Walz near the vice presidency or the presidency. He's even more rabid than Harris is. I mean, this is probably the most anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment ticket I've seen, and probably most people have seen in history of the United States. It really is.
And 701, you're a KFYR, but he claims he carried weapons in war.
Weapons in war or weapons of war, yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, so he's 2 letters off. Whatever. But.
I didn't know much about this, but I guess I tend to believe the people he served with a heck of a lot more than what he says. I mean, he's already flip-flopped on how many issues. And he claims he went to war. He claims he went and carried weapons of war within war. He never saw combat. He claims that he was deployed, and they were deployed, I believe, to Italy or somewhere. I don't know. They were over there.
Yeah, he was in Italy. He didn't go to Afghanistan. He was in Italy.
Right, and in support of the effort. Well, that's different. I don't know about you, but all my family members that have ever served, there's a difference between being deployed at a base in support of an actual operation and actually being on the ground, boots on the ground, taking shots, being in the combat. And I think he was kind of trying to tell people in a way that he basically served in combat, and he did not. By the way, he did not get to maintain his status as as he's been claiming. He never completed that training, and when he retired, he was still just a staff sergeant. He was not a commander. He was not the top guy, and that's actually all on record with the Minnesota National Guard. And so, yeah, he's just not a genuine guy. I saw the one interview where he basically was talking, "Oh, I'm a hunter. As long as you can go hunting, and I support the Second Amendment because you can hunt." That has absolutely nothing to do with it. And he thinks things like AR-15s shouldn't be in anybody's hands. And, of course, I disagree. And the Second Amendment doesn't say you have the right to keep and bear these arms. It just says you have the right to keep and bear arms.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, just because he was stationed in Italy doesn't mean he didn't end up fighting somebody in Italy.
He might have.
Those Italians can get a little, spicy at times, and there may have been some arguments he broke up, and it could turn into combat. I mean, if there's mafia or whatever. So he may plenty of people get
documented, right?
Plenty of people get stationed overseas and don't necessarily see combat, yet serve our country faithfully. So I don't want to.
Absolutely.
I don't want to, downplay those folks. But yeah, don't go bragging about how you're in combat if you're pushing pencils.
Yeah, I mean,
say you served, but not combat.
Yeah. Always grateful for the men and women that volunteer. Remember, we're a volunteer army, military, and we want to thank them for their service.
Absolutely.
But when you shouldn't go out there and lie about the service that you did. And I think that's the problem. He's got a problem with this, I think, as a candidate because, I know veterans right now they're pissed.
Well, that's the thing you do not want to lie about. I mean, you're just going to cost yourself. And if we can't trust you to give us this straight shot, see what I did there, of your military career, can we trust you with the keys to the country? But when it comes to Walz, I've said this to death, but I'll say it a few more times, I'm sure, before Election Day. We saw what he did with the keys to Minneapolis, so let's give him the keys to the whole country.
Yeah, no, it's insane. I think he's farther to the left and more radical than Harris is, and that's pretty hard to do. And the difference is Walz is not a dumb individual. He's not. I'll never mistake the guy for being dumb.
Yeah, just because somebody's ideology is completely wrong, in our opinion at least, doesn't mean they're dumb. There are plenty of very intelligent people that we just need to re-educate, that's all. But
well, that makes him even more dangerous. And I can't imagine him as commander. Can you imagine being a heartbeat away from being the commander-in-chief, the guy who actually is in charge of our military?
Who would you rather have as commander-in-chief? Forget the president part of it, just the commander-in-chief portion of it. Kamala Harris?
No.
Or
that's who I want.
Tim Walz. I'm having a hard time saying, well, as long as nothing happens to Kamala, we'll be okay. I got a hard time with that. I'm not sure either. I'm not sure if I were in uniform that I could take either one of these all that seriously, despite my obligation to obey my commanding officers. But there we have it.
Yeah.
831 at KFYR. We got more with Guns in the 701 on the way.
Your KFYR Farm Field Forecast is brought to you by Northwest Tire, General Equipment and Supplies, Poland Steel of Jamestown, and Dakota Legacy Initiative.
Good morning. Here is your AccuWeather Farm Field Forecast. Today, partly sunny with a high 70. Winds will be out of the west with a wind speed at 8 miles per hour. Humidity at 80%. Dew point at 45 degrees. Soil temperature 58 degrees. Sunrise at 6:34 a.m. Sunset at 9:02 p.m. That's your Farm Field Forecast. I'm Steve Williams for AccuWeather.
Right now, it's 50.
It's Mitchell in the Morning. KFYR 550.
The USB is dedicated to boosting soybean demand and enhancing producer profitability, and we'll find out how they're doing that in 2025 next.
When challenging conditions arise, we don't back down. We up our game. outpacing the competition with innovations fueled by Bayer's R&D, keeping you equipped with an expanded portfolio, elite genetics, and additional local test plots. Channel leads the field, so you can rise above. See how you can save at channel.com/finance24. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
KFYR.
With the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report, I'm Scott Bachmeyer. United Soybean Board has gathered up its July meeting, and Brent Gatton, the United Soybean Board treasurer, says the board worked on finalizing its investment portfolio for 2025.
We actually have two action teams, a supply team and a demand team, and then under those two teams we have three different priority areas, which would be health and nutrition, innovation technology, and infrastructure connectivity. And then those work groups, they tried to define the best avenues and the best places to invest or check off dollars to be able to help move the pile and help move export demands and things like that. And after those work groups come back together to the full board to present, we actually approved a budget of investment of around $170 million for FY25 budget.
Well, the goal here is to continue making sure that the soybean checkoff provides return on investment for all U.S. soybean producers.
For every dollar that someone spends into the checkoff, we have a $12.34 return on investment. So the checkoff is truly working on behalf of all farmers across the United States. And, we're really excited about the demand. We're trying to help it, expand into the rail through a Clean Fuels Alliance American partnership where all Class 1 railroads have committed to scaling up biofuels use in FY25.
And there's other reasons to be excited for the future possibilities of U.S. soybeans.
We're encompassing meal into soy foam, so that's actually getting into the firefighter market. So that's been a really big push, and it's really an exciting, innovative way to be able to use soybean meal and soy oil and other soy products in industrial uses. So we're just excited about all the new development technologies to overcome soy supply chain bottlenecks as far as infrastructure needs and things like that.
With the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report, I'm Scott Bachmeyer.
KFYR, your ag authority.
The $1,000 bonus bucks giveaway. Win it and you could buy a swimming pool full of soup.
Yummy!
A flying car. Even a talking hamster.
This exercise wheel sucks.
You could win $1,000. Be listening for your chance to win. Happening now.
Bonus Bucks is brought to you by Swenson RV and Marine, your official Tracker Marine dealer with a full line of Tracker and Nitro fishing boats, Sun Tracker and Regency pontoons. See for yourself at Swenson RV and Marine in Minot and Bismarck. And listen to win Bonus Bucks on KFYR 550.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Owning a rental property sounds like a dream. Collect the rent and relax. That is, until you realize how much work goes into getting it ready. First, you need to conduct market research to understand local rental trends and determine a competitive rent price. Then there's cleaning, staging, repairs, and hiring a professional photographer. Next, develop a marketing strategy. List the property on rental sites and schedule countless showings. Oh, don't forget to screen tenants, verify information, draft the lease, recollection, ensure tenant payments, handle maintenance requests, warranty contracts, inform about property regulations, Phew. Sound complicated? Renter's Warehouse is here to take the hard work off your rental to-do list. Our job is complicated because it should be. We handle everything from marketing and showing your property to screening tenants and preparing the lease. Our best-in-class property management professionals take care of your property as if it were our own, from rent collection to maintenance coordination, all for one flat monthly fee. Go to renterswarehouse.com for a free rental analysis to find out how much your home can rent for. Or call 952-444-6996 to speak with a rent estate advisor today. Because from now on, the only thing you need on your to-do list is to call Renter's Warehouse.
The stars and stripes are flying high here in Paris.
Hear all the remaining moments and NBC's coverage of the Paris Olympics closing ceremonies live Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on the free iHeart app. Just open the app and search Olympics.
Fire.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A third person, 18 years old, is in custody accused in a plot to attack a Taylor Swift concert in Vienna, Austria.
Investigators say he was in contact with the main suspect, a 19-year-old who was arrested along with a 17-year-old on Tuesday, with authorities saying the 18-year-old confessed to planning to, quote, kill as many people as possible outside the concert venue using knives or homemade bombs. Officials say the foiled attack appears to have been inspired by the Islamic State group and Al-Qaeda, and that no more suspects are being sought.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. The Harris-Walz campaign spending $50 million on ads in battleground states ahead of the Democrats' convention starting a week from next Monday. A new one out today focuses on the vice president's upbringing.
She grew up in a middle-class home. She was the daughter of a working mom.
and she worked at McDonald's while she got her degree.
Polls find former President Trump stronger on economic issues. America's listening to Fox News.
And now from North Dakota's News Authority, Todd Mitchell, KFYR Radio News.
Southwestern North Dakota is starting with a frost advisory this morning. Temps will remain well below normal today and tonight, and a very slight warm-up is expected for the weekend. Aside from a few light showers across southern Manitoba and eastern North Dakota this morning, it should be dry through tomorrow. Higher chances for showers and thunderstorms returning to the southwestern parts of the region Sunday. For Bismarck, AccuWeather calling for a mix of sun and clouds, 70 today. Clear tonight, 48. Sunshine, a few clouds tomorrow, 74. A couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm Sunday, 77. Monday, some clouds, 78. Tuesday could see a thunderstorm, otherwise partly sunny, and 74. Former North Dakota Senator Ray Holmberg, now accused of violating the conditions of his release by allegedly drinking alcohol, using the internet, and leaving his home without approval. He was indicted last year on charges related to child sexual abuse, accused of traveling to the Czech Republic with the intent of sexually abusing children and trying to receive child sexual abuse materials. He was scheduled to go on trial in September, but signed a plea agreement in June, a court date for his sentencing not yet set. Minot police asking for your help in the search of runaway 15-year-old Malachi Yelly, last seen Wednesday night. He's 5'7", weighs 190, black hair, brown eyes, last seen wearing a black shirt with yellow tiger stripes. If you have any information, Minot police would like to talk to you. Bureau of Land Management released its final resource management plan for North Dakota, which will restrict access to coal and oil reserves under federal ownership and cut energy development or reduce state revenues. Senator Kevin Kramer reacted.
Well, this final resource management plan doesn't include the changes that we requested. It stifles North Dakota's energy development and our production, of course. It closes off almost 50% of the fluid leasable minerals and 90% of the coal leasable minerals right here in North Dakota. So this is going to directly harm our state's budget, federal revenues, growth potential. It's disappointing, but not surprising to see the lengths that the Harris-Biden administration will go to promote a green new steel agenda at the expense of our economy and of course, energy security.
The North Dakota State Water Commission approved $6.1 million in cost share requests for water projects across the state. 12 projects approved. The largest, nearly $2 million from Mandan's Collins Reservoir Replacement Project to replace the existing 2 million gallon reservoir along Collins Avenue with a new reservoir of the same size. Construction for that set to begin this fall. Meanwhile, preliminary design of the Southwest Pipeline Project West Zone Expansion Project also approved to increase water transmission capacity to current and future water users along the old Highway 10 corridor as far west as the city of Beach, including future development in the Medora area. Superintendent of Mandan School said the new high school will welcome students and staff this year. Mike Bitts said there are some areas to be completed, like the gym and the auditorium, but school will start on time August 28th. Students will have orientation August 26th and 27th. Parents could check out the building on those evenings. State Board of Higher Education starting the search for Dickinson State University's interim president. Former DSU President Stephen Easton stepped down in June following a mass resignation of the university's nursing program staff. The resignation resulted of concerns stemming from accreditation and workload issues. Board of Higher Education said those interested in becoming the interim president at DSU have till August 21st to submit applications. A final decision due September 24th. And a Bismarck teen said to be cooperating with police as he faces sex crime charges involving a minor. 18-year-old Michael Lear charged with gross sexual imposition and sexual contact with a person under 15 and patronizing a minor for commercial sexual activity. The victim, allegedly a 13-year-old girl who met up with Lear to get a vape pen after chatting with him on social media. Rebuilding Together, Greater Bismarck Mandan area will host a large rummage sale to help raise funds for their program and upcoming home projects. 5 till 8 today, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow, 1105 East Main, Bismarck. Find out more at rebuildingtogetherbisman.com. A slight warm-up for the weekend. Your KFYR AccuWeather forecast is coming up.
The $1,000 bonus bucks giveaway. Win it and you could buy a swimming pool full of soup.
Yummy!
A flying car. Even a talking hamster.
This exercise wheel sucks.
You could win $1,000. Be listening for your chance to win. Happening now.
Bonus Bucks is brought to you by Swenson RV and Marine, your official Tracker Marine dealer with a full line of Tracker and Nitro fishing boats, Sun Tracker and Regency pontoons. See for yourself at Swenson RV and Marine in Minot and Bismarck. And listen to win Bonus Bucks on KFYR 550.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
The stars and stripes are flying high here in Paris.
Hear all the remaining moments and NBC's coverage of the Paris Olympics closing ceremonies live Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on the free iHeart app. Just open the app and search Olympics.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Times of clouds and sun. A cool day today. The high at 70. Clear and chilly this evening. Low down to 48. And then sunshine, a few clouds. Terrific day tomorrow. The high Saturday at 74. Hardly cloudy Saturday night. Low 50. Clouds and sun. Shower and thunderstorm in the area on Sunday. A high 77. Monday, variable cloudiness with a high 78. For weather anytime, visit AccuWeather.com. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Steve Williams.
In Bismarck at the moment, west wind at 6, pressure's rising. It is sunshine and 50. Kayla Co on the way. Dakota mornings after 9. Guns in the 701 with more next.
The $1,000 bonus bucks giveaway. Win it and you could buy a swimming pool full of soup.
Yummy!
A flying car. Even a talking hamster.
This exercise wheel sucks.
You could win $1,000. Be listening for your chance to win. Happening now.
Bonus Bucks is brought to you by Swenson RV and Marine, your official Tracker Marine dealer with a full line of Tracker and Nitro fishing boats, Sun Tracker and Regency pontoons. See for yourself at Swenson RV and Marine in Minot and Bismarck. And listen to win Bonus Bucks on KFYR 550.
Owning a rental property sounds like a dream. Collect the rent and relax. That is, until you realize how much work goes into getting it ready. First, you need to conduct market research to understand local rental trends and determine a competitive rent price. Then there's cleaning, staging, repairs, and hiring a professional photographer. Next, develop a marketing strategy. List the property on rental sites and schedule countless showings. Oh, don't forget to screen tenants, verify the information, draft the lease, recollection, ensure tenant payments, and maintenance requests, warranty contracts, inform about property regulations. Phew. Sound complicated? Renter's Warehouse is here to take the hard work off your rental to-do list. Our job is complicated because it should be. We handle everything from marketing and showing your property to screening tenants and preparing the lease. Our best-in-class property management professionals take care of your property as if it were our own, from rent collection to maintenance coordination, all for one flat monthly fee. Go to renterswarehouse.com for a free rental analysis to find out how much your home can rent for. Or call 952-444-6996 to speak with a rent estate advisor today. Because from now on, the only thing you need on your to-do list is to call Renter's Warehouse.
The stars and stripes are flying high here in Paris.
Hear all the remaining moments and NBC's coverage of the Paris Olympics closing ceremonies live Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on the free iHeart app. Just open the app and search Olympics.
There. Stop in and see what the buzz is all about at Cochler's Jewelry.
Indulge in the sweetness of our new honeycomb collection.
Earrings, pendants, and rings.
Each piece is a testament to the wonders of nature.
Fun fact, nature's strongest shape is the hexagon. Cochler's Jewelry, buzzing with excitement. 514 East Broadway in downtown Bismarck. With plenty of free parking if you shop with us.
Life's busy, and off is not an option. You need to be on the water, on the call, on the road. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
845 at KFYR Guns of the 701 concealed carry for runners. I think everybody ought to be able to defend themselves, so why not?
Yeah, I thought this one was more interesting because it's more geared towards ladies. Found this one out there. And of course, we all know ladies are the biggest growing segment of shooters out there, and they truly are. And, well, yeah, let's give something for the ladies. Still summer.
And probably the growing
You're playing with fire, kid. Laptops on